Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people to struggle. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to see just how many people pay attention. We're going to see just how many people really, really rock with the kid and come to class at any given time. So as my classroom assistants come on in, please make sure the green screen link is in the chat for the duration of the class. And as you come on in the class, make sure that you know that this is a safe space. This is a space for intelligence. This is a space for learning, for educating. This is a space where we build, where we connect. This is a space of love. This is a space where we seek truth on our path to liberation. True liberation. Yes. Yes, indeed. And if anyone is in need of anger management, please DM me, hit me on Messenger, email me. All of my contact information will be in the chat throughout various times of the chat. One of the classroom assistants put it in there. Reach out for anger management. As we see, this is the second time we heard Lil Boozy talking about anger management. So let's see. Let's see how far this is going to go. And if anybody, please, if anybody is in a domestic violence situation, intimate relationship, intimate partner, abuse, please. The life you save may be your own. Reach out for an assessment, a consultation. Reach out. Get counseling. Okay? Hey, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit late on the East Coast. Yes, it is. Yeah. But listen, I had to get this class in for various reasons. Okay? For various reasons. One, because as we said in class yesterday, and I don't know, I know for some of us it's basic knowledge because of where we sat in certain spaces within the entertainment industry. Or maybe certain people listen to me, certain people peek in, certain classmates may share the video. Some people may peek in live, just never engage in the chat. I don't know if Mark Curry heard me, but I'm sure that at this point in time, with me being as visible as I've been over the past 2 years on social media, by now, people should trust in my word. Just a little bit. We said last night, I said two things were going on. I said either Puffy was going to have his ceremony where he is identifying, where he is, letting his pronouns be known, or he's going to meet his demise shortly. Either or. But I also said that this move wasn't about anything. I said that the catalog collectively might have been a good power move, because this way he would have been able to assist these artists in getting some type of resource, some type of revenue for it. But individually, catalogs is worthless. They don't measure up to anything. Might get a couple of, spins here or there. But as Mark Curry said, and if you don't know who Mark Curry is, we're not talking about the comedian. We're talking about writer, producer, kind of a do-it-all individual that was at Bad Boy Records, Bad Boy Entertainment, at a very critical time, at a time where Puffy lost Big, Puffy lost Mace, due to, him going on his hiatus. He only had Black Rob and Mark Curry to write proficiently. So Mark Curry, went on his live today and damn near verbatim said exactly what I said last night in class. That after 30 years, after 3 decades, you giving an individual or these individual artists not only, and we got to be clear, because they didn't say, and I want to be specific from what the language is, they're not saying that he gave them their publishing. He said reassigned. So reassigned, it could be some shit on the back end of that. Because just because you get your masters or you have access to your publishing doesn't always mean that you have administrative rights to it. So that reassigning shit sounds a little fishy to me. Especially if you somebody that was maybe in Diddy Dirty Money, maybe they 26, these the band, like what are they gonna do with that? You might could get a commercial, you might could get Geico to give you a little burn, or State Farm or something. You might be able to, get on 2K or something, but most of that shit is burnt out. So I'm telling you, I don't see nothing profitable coming from it, from these individuals or for these individuals for that stuff. Yeah, definitely, Michael. Yeah, you said that's like you snatching a dude girl, digging her out, giving her a seed or two, and then giving it back. It's like whatever resource was there at any given time is gone, deflated. It's like somebody, stealing your car, borrowing without asking, driving it cross country, and just leaving it there and telling you, oh, you could go get it. No gas in it, tires flat, all that. So, at this point, and if you go back to several classes, you will see that, man, I'm batting 1,000 with this information, and it's only because I've been there. I have firsthand experience, and I'm not here to lie to anyone. I don't come here to bullshit people. I don't come here to use people, because trust and believe, people that come on the internet, that come on social media, that have their own platforms or create platforms or shared corporate spaces, if you can't get useful information from them, if you cannot get tangible information from your time spent watching them, they're robbing you. Especially if you give to them on a regular basis, you donate, giving, whatever they want to call it. If that information, if that amount of time, if it's an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, 3, if you don't walk away with tangible information that you are going to use daily, and if you're not in the industry, you don't need all this industry shit. If you don't have useful information daily from viewing somebody, they robbing you. I'm not coming to rob. I provide a service on a regular basis. Anger management, life coaching skills, domestic violence, service. So if this shit go tomorrow, I'm good. I'm good. Because I can go right back to what I'm doing 3 hours ago, what I'm going to be doing 6 hours from now in the community, dealing with my client base, providing a service. That's just what I am. That's who I am. So Mark definitely gave it up and been giving it up for a minute now. He's been on several different platforms talking about it. But I'm glad that, people in my class witnessed it, viewed his live, and decided to share it with me. Because I know I'm right. There's no way in hell anybody is going to give up something that's 200 million after they done robbed it for 30 years. Ain't no way in hell. Especially somebody that learned how to do business from the Euros. Excuse me. It's not happening. Not happening. Okay? So, again, whether he hears it or not, I thank Mark Curry, for just affirming our class from last night, and salute him, I trust and believe. I know and understand what he's been going through, just like many others. I understand that with these sucker-ass dudes that's in the industry and them having to make the decision whether or not to knock this dude's head clean off. I understand that. So, certain individuals who are in the industry, yes, salute them. Now, let's get down to business. BG! Cash Money Records. BG is free. BG is free. Clap for BG. He is free. He has been released from his bed. BG did a dozen calendars. Yeah. And from what we know, stood tall. Anybody, and I'm telling you, anybody that makes it up out of that space, man, yeah, man. I like seeing that. Now the real work gets done. As we see, Shoes went to pick him up, or was around him, or had him in the whip. Not these shoes, right? We're not talking about these shoes, but we're talking about his brother. We see Baby Williams in there already. Smacking his lips, you know, rubbing his hands. Already got the man on social media, putting out tweets and all that. Listen, please, give this man some space. Give this man some space. He just did a dozen. 12 years, 12 calendars, and a summer, 13 summers. Give this man some space. Okay? Give him some space. Let him get his bearings back. All right? He did 12 for guns, for gun charge. He had the hammers. And when I think about that, right? Certain things weird me out about that. Because not only did he get caught with him, you know, they made the charges kind of amplified. They said he was in the rental and the rental was stolen. We know how that shit go. Somebody forget to pay the bill. Rental might not have been stolen. They might have had the rental out extra time. But he got caught with these hammers. Him and two others. One of them copped out. Because remember, it was a little state case. But since he had priors, they tried to load him up. So again, state case, boom, the feds snatch it. From what I'm believing. From what I was reading. So one of them copped out. The other brother, I guess he had to cop out because they gave him 20. Because he had some other joints. BG, believe they give him 14 going on 15. So he does 12. Now, right around the same time he got knocked, maybe a year prior, T.I. had got knocked. T.I. had got knocked with way more hammers. Okay? Directly knocked by the feds. It wasn't regular police. It wasn't highway. This was, let me refresh your memory. Okay? The rapper, real name Clifford Harris, was arrested in Atlanta Saturday afternoon by agents from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms on charges of buying illegal machine guns just hours before he was scheduled to appear at the awards show. Agents said the rapper was arrested as he accepted delivery of 3 machine guns, 2 silencers from a bodyguard. I remember, and you know why they printed it like this? I remember distinctively because I was going to court with her. Missy Lou. Shout out to Missy Lou. Brooklyn. Legend. Missy Lou was a hype woman for Lil' Kim. Missy Lou was very official. Salute to Missy Lou. But I remember, because I was going to court with her, Missy Lou had caught a case. They was going through the hearings. This is a federal hearing. She was getting ready to go to trial. Okay? In the hearings, the judge threw out the case because the prosecutor and the agents did not emphatically allow her to take constructive possession of the work, which means somebody has sent packages to her And the feds rushed in and knocked her before she even opened the package. So there's no telling if she knew what was in there. And she beat the feds on that. Shout out to her. So this is why they made this statement in this article that he accepted 3 machine guns and 2 silencers. He accepted it. He knew what it was. Feds now. This ain't no rinky-dink local precinct. This ain't Roscoe P. Coltrane and Enos. Nah, man. This is the feds. The convicted felon allegedly was trying to add several machine guns to an already large and entirely illegal arsenal of guns. Convicted felon already. Thanks to the good and quick work of ATF, he is now in custody and his firearms have been seized. T.I. was convicted of a violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act in 1998 and given 7 years probation. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Hey, hold on now. I know it's night class, but damn it, keep the light on. The arrest was the result of an undercover operation by ATF agents that started on October 2nd. Okay? When agents learned an individual was seeking to buy machine guns without registering them. That individual, an unnamed bodyguard for T.I., was arrested on Wednesday after purchasing 3 machine guns, 2 silencers, and a pistol. The bodyguard said he was buying the guns for T.I. and in cooperation with agents arranged to deliver them to the rapper on Saturday. So we know the bodyguard is Riznat. Told. He's telling right there. It is a federal offense for a convicted felon to have someone else purchase firearms on their behalf. So even if the bodyguard is lying, boy, even if he's saying that he was getting it for T.I., damn it, even if he lied, when he went through with the act and they knocked him with it, that's a crime. You a convicted felon already. All right? The investigation developed very quickly. We learned only this Wednesday that the cooperating witness was allegedly buying the arms for Harris. The cooperating witness told Harris on Thursday that he had obtained the items, and on Friday, Harris made it clear that he wanted them delivered to him Saturday. When the rubber band man agreed to meet and took possession of the arms Saturday afternoon, he was facing serious federal charges and potentially a long prison sentence. Long sentence. Okay? The arrest took place in the parking lot of a downtown Atlanta shopping center. The arrest took place in the parking lot. 3 other bangers were found in the vehicle T.I. was driving. And 6 other bangers were found in a bedroom closet in the rapper's house. How did he get around that? And BG end up doing a dozen. 12 calendars. Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? I know I wonder. Oh, I wonder how that happened. I seen some magnificent shit, but I ain't never seen no shit like that. And people still allow that to rock. That's why Atlanta is the way it is today. How can you blame Gunna? How can you blame them, dude, when they had this man as a mentor to lead by example? Blue Piranha, salute for the first grain of the class. How? Makes me scratch your head, don't it? Yeah, day one, you got to scratch your head. Not only did he get around it, got a reality show, movies, man, did all type of wildness. Got a chance to allegedly ruin young girls' grippers, wilding out. Him and Lil Piglet, they wilding. Good old time. Okay? Even got to snuff Floyd after that. Man. Woo! And BG had to do 12 hard calendars. Makes you wonder. And this is why I said he needs his space. After 12 calendars, sit down. Same thing I said when Meek was released. Though I really didn't care. The other young MC, the old now, Roscoe P. Coltrane. You know, when men come home, you have these reentry programs, quote unquote reentry, which really aren't about anything if they're not structured by the right individuals. And it's tough coming home. I don't care what you did, how you did the bid. See, because people believe that because you are a celebrity, because you might have had a bag, because you might not have had to struggle the way others do who don't have that much support, it's still tough. That's 12 calendars he hasn't been on the set. You don't need to be in front of any cameras. You don't need to be on social media, doing no press runs. Keep him away from the Euro. You don't need to be on Vlad. He don't need to be on nothing. Nothing. TMZ, none of that. He needs to fall back and gather himself. There is a transitional piece that has to be put in play. If not, he's going to bump his head and easily go back. Bliz, how do you know? Because I did a dime. And I know what that transition is like. And I didn't have nothing in there at all. I had the minimum. I had what I needed, which were books. Because that's what I need. Because I'm dealing with an intelligent space up here. So all I needed from my people was books. Whatever, excuse me, whatever book I need, I ask you for, let me get that. I don't need all the sneakers and the Timbs and the this and the that. I don't need that and all the tapes and, all that. I don't need nothing that's going to make me comfortable in this space. I need to feel all that. So I wore state boots for 10 years. Anybody that was with me can tell you that. I never had no Timbs up top. Every 6 months, let me get to the state shop. State boots. Let me get that. Go down on a visit every week, though. In state boots. Serious as a heart attack, state gonna provide everything I need. Because I'm getting up out of this piece. This ain't my home. But others who have resource, celebrities, these dudes who is getting a lot of bread in the street and running around and trying to maintain that same lifestyle in there. And because they do, the character doesn't change, the behavior doesn't change, the habits don't change. You was used to taking care of family and all that in the street. So some dudes come through and still try to do it. Like Boozy. Remember the alleged hustling in the spotty spot? He locked down and you still trying to hustle, trying to be that dude. Right? So now when you touch and them resources is dried up and people believing that you coming home to take care of them, you could be up under a lot of pressure. You can be up under a lot of pressure to try to maintain that. His support system, whoever it is, family, wife, shit, cash money, cannot demand his time, cannot demand his energy right now. Let that man sit back for a year or two and get his bearings right. Let him have a recollection of who he is. Especially if he was having a habit. Especially if he was a custody. He had prior history of being a custody. So let him get all that in order. Maintain his sobriety. Find a way to get some bread outside of the industry, because if you throw him right back up in that mix, it's not going to end well. Get him into his programming or the programming that he's been in. Make sure he maintains that. Whether it's, whether it's NA or anger management. You might need to get some services from a anger management specialist who knows hip hop, who knows the street, who knows his people, and is able to relate to him, right? Because, man, it's not sweet. The industry has changed in 12 years, and he think, or they think, that he gonna come out and just take off like that. And you got a whole new crop of Euros running around, ready to sample them grippers. 12 years, they got all type of weird fantasies going on up in their skull. They waiting. Oh, he's home. Will Mr. Williams bring him to this label? They ready to get him. They ready. They think strong after 12. Yeah. Them Euros ready to bend over for him. I'm telling you, it takes time. The way I was able to do it is whatever they thought they was making hard for me was easy. Man, I just did a dime. Navigating those conditions, having my mind centered to make sure I'm able to touch, to not catch a new one while I'm in there, to do all it, whatever I got to do in the town is simple. Curfew is 8:30, 9 o'clock. People didn't even know I was home for 2 years. For 2 years, I was in the house. Yeah. Nobody seen me in 2 years, rocking an 8:30, 9 o'clock curfew. Whatever was in that stipulation, whatever that parole paper said, that shit was done. Easy. Family running around, they going out of town, they enjoying. I'm in a spot, I'm home. Because you still on paper and you still a convicted felon. I don't go nowhere. It doesn't. I don't care what it is. I've been home 18. No, my daughter's, I've been home 19 years. So by New York State, I'm a first-time offender. Until some bullshit come through and click and they like, oh, no. Or if the feds pick it up, oh, no. They looking to finish you. You understand? Never look back. So when I'm speaking from a point of success. I'm speaking from a point of doing. Of putting strategies in play and executing those strategies to remain out and about. And every step of the way, using them support systems. But you also have to have your mind right. Who you were that got you in there, you can't be that same individual in practice or in theory. Because you're not going to make it. Ask me how many of my peoples that did that amount of time and more went back. I just got news that 2 homies just got knocked. They 50 and 52. And they looking at 20 joints. So they dead. They dying in there. That's it. Let another pandemic come through. Your ass is 60 in the can. You done. You out of here. That's the game. That's how it go. We're in the space now where many of us of our certain age that you can't do no 20. Then if you do, what you coming out to? What you coming out to? At 70. Who taking care of a 70-year-old man? We already hear the language of this he, man, woman hater shit and these women hate men and these negative narratives that keep going on amongst our people. You think you gonna go do 20 joints and come home? Can you imagine what that shit would be like? As a 70, 72-year-old coming home in 2044? Your ass would be meatloaf, toast. Toast. So the help that he may need is not money to that degree. He has fame and notoriety. People know who he is. He don't have to introduce himself to anyone. He needs space. He needs to be allowed the time to find himself again out here and get purpose. Because when you on purpose, the discipline part is easy. But he has to find that purpose. So, like I said all the time when these dudes come home, man, fall back. Let him fall back. All right? And welcome him home. Welcome him home. Get his ass some Chick-fil-A and tell him to sit down. Figure out a different way for him to get some income. Damn that industry shit. And make sure he is receiving his anger management. Make sure he's receiving his NA. I don't know if he took his Shahada and all that. I don't know. But shit, even if he did, I know plenty of our kids that sniff that stuff or drink some stuff, or a lot of them not on their ding. Has nothing to do with your faith. Has very little to do with your personality. That's a whole separate entity. It's separate. So I'm not sure what he been doing or if he did that, but I do know he don't need to be nowhere around that bullshit. He don't need to be near that industry at all. Sit him down. Sit him down. Go somewhere and enjoy your family outside of the industry. Don't be going around them dudes, man. Them dudes is a mess. It's a mess. They drinking, they drugging, you know? They running around with all type of funny style people. You don't know who is who and what got what. Booty hole brown bras talking about they rawing everybody. This man just did a dozen. He fresh and clean. He don't need to run up in none of that. He don't need to run up in no bad decision like that. Anybody who survived that much time need to fall away, man. Fall away. And dig? Because look what he could run. Look at Rodman. He could run into something. We don't know what Rodman doing with his grippers. We just seen him in a miniskirt in Houston, Texas. What's going on? We always knew he was a little off. But okay, come on, son. You grown now. You grown and you 6'8". Why you wearing a miniskirt with your knees out? Thighs out. Talking about how much you love that community. What? What? Why? You just a bundle of love. You love that community. You love North Korea. Kim Jong-un, your man. You just love everybody and you got your damn mini skirt on. This is what BG's coming out to. Not that Rodman wasn't wearing dresses and stuff, but a mini skirt? Come on. Come on. You know, it look like see somebody 6'8" in a mini skirt, talking, giving interviews to a bunch of little Karens. Hey, Mr. Rodman, you showing out here celebrating, and what do you want the people to know? We love everybody. I love them, but son, you could have loved them in a sweatsuit. You love them like that? That you got on a mini skirt? Come on. Come on. So this is the world. And again, when you're behind the wall, you get messages, you get kites, you have conversations, but it's nothing like being out here in real time. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. When I went in, we was on Metagram pages. You call an operator, y'all got any messages? You send it through the pager, you read the pager and shit. If you on a train, you under the tunnel, come out of the tunnel, pager going off, you reading it. If it don't come through, you call the operator. Metagram? Yeah, I was on the train. What was the last few messages that came through? He's on Metagram pages. And cells with a battery. You come home to cell phones and Bluetooths. And then smartphones. This man been down a dozen. When he got out, while he's on what? The first iPhone is on 14 now. He needs to sit his ass down. He needs to sit his ass down. He run into a Rodman onto this person who just got hit in the face with a brick. I'm getting mad reports that that's somebody in transition. That's not even, 100. It's a lot going on with that. Like, yo, sit down, son. Get away from me. I don't know what baby in them is doing. Let them continue to do them. I mean, he been going the whole beef. The whole time Lil Wayne was trying to get his pub, his masters and all that from this dude. He missed that whole beef. He missed that beef. He missed Juvie. He missed all that. He missed Manny Fresh selling whatever he owned, masters and whatever he owned. So everything is different now. Everything is different now. So don't run up in that. Fall back. Fall back. All right? It's a nasty world. Nasty, nasty world. Now, speaking of that, we got Freeway Ricky Ross, the real Rick Ross, the real Freeway Rick. Posted on his IG today about Boozy, mentioned him in a song and saying that he is the reason that after his last arrest, he decided to get anger management. Excuse me, y'all. I don't know how many times I told a class, don't wait until your ass get jammed up to get anger management. Don't wait. Why would you sit and wait until you face some of the most severe consequences to get your shit together, to find out what's going on with you? So now, Boozy keeps talking that he took anger management. What did him do? You cannot just take anger management one time. Don't work like that. Don't work like that. You need immediate 12 weeks just to begin to get yourself situated in the discipline of managing your anger. And then after that, you continuously need sessions, because in that therapeutic space, you are finding, okay? You're finding out things about yourself that you didn't know. So when he's talking this, and you got Freeway Ricky Ross mentioning it, and I'm confused. Because you just can't get anger management from anybody. Don't work. It won't work. it won't work. I've had dudes that went to people that was charging them. Wouldn't even allow the court. The court is saying this payment is on you. The court ain't waiving that fee. You gotta find you an anger management program. Sir, you got to find you a program. And the programs talk to them like shit. And the programs try to soften them up. And the programs have no understanding. And then they fail them right before they're supposed to graduate and get their certificate. And I heard all type of stories. And then I say, you know what? I got you. I got you. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let me walk this path with you with intelligence, with consciousness, with awareness of any situation you could go through. Because I've been there. I grew up with a father that was addicted to drugs and alcohol. Been in the pen twice. I've been in the service. I've been abused by police. I've been in the streets. Also been in corporate America, in college, in the army. It's not a situation that you could throw at me that I don't understand. Just that simple. And I got them. And when I get them, they good. They good. Because they met somebody who can walk them through. So I wonder who the hell Lil Boozy got. I would love to know. Let's see if it worked. Because the first time he said it, I thought he was good. Week after that, he barking, going crazy on his own daughter. So I don't know what kind of anger management that is. I don't know who the hell he got. But, you know, it is what it is, yo. They're going to have to figure it out. Neef Buck, salute, what up? You dig? That's what's going on. I just wanted to give a late night class real quick. Try to keep people on their toes. What I think about what? What's that? That's Chirac? That's a new way to spell Chirac? Huh? What do you mean about that? What I think about what? Stretch it out. Give me a more direct question so I can answer it. It's already 53 minutes. And this class is light. I had a very spirited engagement on Facebook today. With people talking reckless. And these are strangers. Don't know me from a can of paint. But was very upset because I said a picture looks sus. There's a picture floating around with Offset and Takeoff, and Offset is laying on a bed or a couch or whatever, and his legs, his from his knees down, his I guess his calves and all that, his feet is on Takeoff. Like Takeoff is rubbing his legs or whatever. And people, yo, that's fam. That's his family and all that. I said, I don't give a fuck who it is. No men supposed to be laying up like that. And this is not a young picture of them coming up. This picture is like right before he got smashed out. So I said, this shit looks sus. People had a fit. Oh, you need to heal. Oh, it's such toxic men energy. People on the continent, grown men walk around holding hands. You know, I'm like, get the fuck, who the hell you trying to talk to with that dumb shit? I don't care what man is doing what, where. Can't tell me about something and you don't even know me. And don't know what you're looking at. So I had to explain to them. One, you don't know the entertainment industry. You ain't been in it. You going to your little cousin open mic don't mean you know what the fuck the industry about. You don't. And you're not a street person. So you don't know what the street is about. There ain't no two men that supposedly came out of the streets that's in the entertainment industry and at a high level need to be having pics like that. Got to bark on a few people. You don't know me. You dig? Like you said, smart, dumb people in social media. So you got to spark them right real quick. Hurt their dumbass feelings. They called me everything under the book. Word. I was like, wow, our people are a mess, yo. I'm telling you, they are a mess. And the more you in this line of work, the more you deal with a bunch of people, the more you hear different experiences of what people going through and where their heads at. You're like, people is fucked up. Our people. They really are. They got some weird ass understandings and beliefs, and yo, telling you, everybody that got this ain't really with you. You'll be toe up. They more Euro inside than anything. They so damn confused. And that's because they've been taught how to think like Euros. Don't realize it. A lot of that shit that they talking, that's Euro talk. Got to get to the bag. Got to do this. All that shit is created from them. So you don't even know how to be you. And people was, wow. You know, said that they were family and showing affection to each other. Affection? That's how he was showing affection and love to his family? I asked, well, where was the affection and love when he got his head blown out? Where was that affection and love then? They wasn't even talking. Miss me with that shit. No two grown men supposed to be like that. Care who it is. Got cousins and shit. I dare one of them try to put a leg up on me when I'm sitting down. Knock your ass out. But this is what we go through. That's why I said, in these spaces, in these classes, in these bills, whoever you watching, if you cannot, and I repeat, if you are unable to get useful information that's going to enhance the quality of your life every time you watch them, they are robbing you. They're stealing from you. They're taking your attention away. And if you're donating to their raggedy ass, that's on you. Because you can be getting a service for that. You can get tools that you're going to use for that. That's just what it is. And our tool in this class are tools that's going to really liberate us. Not no pseudo freedom, not no punk ass bullshit. I'm talking about true liberation of your mind, your body, and soul. That's what we have to work towards. Brand new. Ain't no rotary phone ever shit. Brand new ways, new strategies and tactics, because the old shit got them where they needed to be. This is a whole new ball game. So again, as always, I appreciate those who came to class this evening, this night. I appreciate Super Chats, didn't see them. Appreciate Blue Piranha. First and only green screen of the night. Salute to you who always make sure that we got a little something moving so we can do what we got to do in the communities. As always, guard your mind. Come back to class with 10 fingers and 10 toes, man. Make it home. If you out and about, you over here, it's midnight. So if you out and about, get home safe. If you at your job, if you working and you got me on and you watching in the break room and all that, tell all them too. Get home. If you a little nursey nurse and you watching me in the nurse's station, yeah, don't get nobody the wrong meds. All right? Pay attention to what you're doing and get home safe. Yeah. And I know ain't nobody working in no fast food joints. Them shit just closed. But guard your mind. Be patient with yourself. Find your purpose and always, always seek the truth. All right? I'll holler at y'all. What up, Les Charles? Peace. I will definitely see y'all later on. You dig? What up, Brian? I ain't see you in a minute. You know? Again, y'all be safe. Guard your mind. Peace, Cells. Peace, GB. Salute to you all. Yeah, Philly. Yeah, rewind. I don't know where you was at. Don't know where you was at. Rewind it. Alright? Need fuck. Peace.